Hi guys, so today my producers want me to create a video on will AI take your recruiting job? That's the topic. And I was a little hesitant about doing this topic, but this is all the rage. Everyone's talking about AI right now. Everyone wants to know what's going to happen with AI, and this was a video they wanted me to create. So boom, let's do it. So will AI take your recruiting job? If you are a recruiter, what do you do? If you are working at recruiting firms, if you are an HR generalist, a talent acquisitions manager, will you have a job in 5 years, in 10 years, or tomorrow? Oh no, what are we gonna do? The short answer is yes, you're gonna have a job. It's not gonna do anything. AI is a tool. It is definitely not strong enough to take over your job. That's the short answer. Now let's dive into it. Let's go further into what it does. First, to answer this question, we need to talk about what a recruiter does. So a recruiter sits with the client or stakeholders, writes down their requirements. It's a back and forth understanding their requirements, changing it up, consulting them. No, the salary is too high, you need to lower it. Or your requirements are too much, how about we lower this? Or how about we increase this? Or do you really need someone here? Let's ask another stakeholder. It's a dynamic conversation. It's not something that could just be done by taking notes. And right now, what an AI is you just prompt it and it takes notes. You prompt it and it gives you an answer. You prompt it and it spits something out, but it's not strong enough to have a conversation with you. So in the first part of what a recruiter does, it totally fails. It can't take a client intake call. It can't give advice or counsel to a client about a salary or responsibilities or anything like that, or the job market. It can't think. It's just a robot right now. It's not a human being. So it can't take intake calls. Now what it can do is, maybe earlier than later, is once you have that information of the top 3 skills or 10 skills and you have the keywords, then it could go to market. It could send out emails. I see that happening soon, where AI sends out 50 emails or 100 or 300 emails, sends out text messages, sends out prompted phone calls that are recorded phone calls. It could do that, but it can't negotiate. So the second thing that is going to be hard for it to do, once it gets a candidate interested from those automatic emails and phone calls and texts, it can't talk to the candidate. So 2 big things that recruiters do is they sell the job to the candidate, and once the candidate is interested, then they sell the candidate back to the client. And that takes relationships. That takes building on something that AI frankly can't do right now. It can't build relationships. It can't have memory on it. It might win a chess game against Kasparov because it has all that memory in there, but it's not strong enough to build and last and hold dynamic relationships with many people and understand the nuances of that relationship and build and know how to talk to the person. It just can't do it. So it can't sell the job to the candidate. It can't go back and sell the candidate to the hiring manager. Nor can it do the first thing what I just talked about, do an intake call. And then the fourth thing that it can't do is it can't negotiate. Once a candidate gets an offer, you have to negotiate with the candidate. You have to negotiate with the client. You have to be the middle person. And to do that, you have to have a relationship. And AI is not strong enough to do that right now. It's not strong enough to have a relationship. I don't think it can. It might be able just to send out emails right now and automated phone calls, but it can't even do dynamic phone calls and get candidates interested. It's very hard right now, I don't think. Now, I know AI is getting better every year, getting stronger and better. Eventually that could happen. I don't know when. Maybe in 5 years, maybe in 10, maybe in 20. I think maybe in 20 years it might get close to that, but we're certainly not at this point today in 2024 when I'm sitting here. So no, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think you're gonna worry about AI taking your talent acquisitions manager job. It's just not gonna happen. AI is just not strong enough to take those jobs. So no, I don't think you should be worried as a recruiter, as an executive search firm, worker, a headhunter. No, don't be worried about it. Go about your job, because it's really hard to replace you right now, and it might be very hard to replace you in 10 years or 20 years. So if you are a recruiter, work on your craft. That's another thing you should do. If you're a really good recruiter, it's going to be hard for AI or any person to replace you, because you have the skills to build relationships and to hold relationships and to build trust and get people interested that other people or computers can't do. So that is about spiel about that. No, AI is not going to take your recruiting job. It's not going to happen today or tomorrow or next year or the next 5 years, maybe not in the next 20 years. So don't worry about that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next video. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button because it helps us with our algorithms and it helps us grow this channel.